Hi guys, time to start thinking about math. When I say math, I'm talking about numbers and shapes and patterns. And I know it looks a little dark in here, but I couldn't figure out how to make my BenQ board, which is this really cool thing behind me, not have this horrible glare on it if I had on the overhead lights. So hopefully this will work out okay because it's lit pretty well. I wanted to talk to you today in math about counting and to talk a little bit about why do we count things? Well, I know that when I count, sometimes I'm trying to find out how many. All right? So, oops, wait a minute. Now I can write. So, to find how many. And what I mean by that is I might count the number of students that I have in my class to find out how many there are. Another thing that I might need to count, another reason I might need to count, is to make sure I have enough of something. So if I'm going to have a birthday party and I know I have 10 friends that are coming to my birthday party because I counted to find how many, I also need to make sure that I have enough birthday hats. So sometimes I count to make sure I have enough. So to make sure there
Rayla Galvin and Caleb Blackson,
is
please come to the office.
enough. So I want to make sure that I have enough birthday hats for all of my friends that are coming to the party. And another reason that I might need to count something is to keep track of things. So if I know that I have 6 pencils in my desk and I look at them and I'm like, do I still have as many pencils as I had? I need to keep track of my pencils. I would count them again to make sure I still had 6. So another reason I might count is to keep track of things, right? I thought I changed the color, but I didn't, did I? To keep track of things. So to keep track of things, I might need to count. So there's a lot of reasons why you need to learn how to count. And we are going to do some practicing. And right now, while I get my board ready, I want you to get out, or your big person probably, your big person to help you get out page number 10 in your binder for math, all right? Page number 10. And I will do the same. Page number 10 looks like this one. Moving it over so you can see better. That's what page number 10 looks like. If you need to pause the video until you get your page ready, do that right now because you're also going to need a crayon. All right, this is my funny looking crayon, but you're going to need a crayon also. All right, now we're ready. What I wanted to talk to you about today with counting is one-to-one correspondence. I'm going to say that again, one-to-one correspondence. Now, one-to-one correspondence means that every time I say a number, that represents one thing. All right? Where's my eraser? There we go. So every time I say a number, I'm talking about one object. In this first object, I'm counting bottles of water. And maybe I'm counting bottles of water because I have 4 friends that are coming over to play basketball at my house. So I want to make sure I have a bottle of water for each one of my friends. Now, you follow along with me. For this first bottle of water, you are going to color in 1 square for 1 bottle of water. Now, what you're looking at here is called a 5 frame. There were 5 empty boxes, and we're filling in the 5 frame because we want to show a number. We want to show this number, and we can see that that's 4. Now, I filled in this square for that bottle of water. For this bottle of water, I'm going to fill in this square in my 10 frame. And I want to make sure that I'm filling in the one that's right underneath that bottle of water. And you're doing the same thing with me with your crayon. Now I filled in that square for that bottle of water. And if you draw that line, it kind of shows this is my one-to-one correspondence. This bottle of water for that square. This bottle of water for that square. And I bet you already guessed, for this next bottle of water, we're going to color in another square. So go ahead and do that with your crayon. And then go ahead and draw that line too that shows this is how I'm showing my one-to-one correspondence. And then for the very last one, there's 1 more bottle of water left, so I'm going to color in 1 more square. You ready? All right. Trying to stay in the lines. My crayon's probably not as good as yours. And then once I get that square colored in, I want to draw that line from this bottle of water to that square that I just colored in for that bottle of water. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 bottles of water, and I colored in 1, 2, 3, 4 squares. That's one-to-one correspondence. Let's try it again with these funny looking hats over here. And I'll try and change my color. That way I'm not writing with the same one I did for the bottles of water. So we're going to do the same thing. And if you want to switch crayons, that's fine too. So for this first hat, I'm going to color in 1 square. I'm using my blue here. I'm not doing a very good job coloring with this funny looking crayon. I know you try to color in so you don't see any white. Now I've colored in 1 square, and I want to make sure that I draw a line from 1 hat to that 1 square that I'm using to represent that hat. All right, same thing for the next hat. Coloring in another square. Hope you're coloring it in with me. Using your crayons. If you got a new box of crayons to start school, isn't that just the best? Like a new box of crayons is just awesome. All right, now, again, from that hat to that box that you colored in to represent that hat. All right, same thing, last hat. Let's do it. Let's color in that square to show that hat. For every hat that's there, we colored in 1 box. So we should have the same number of boxes that we do hats. To the hat, to the box that you colored in for that hat. So now I can count my hats. 1, 2, 3. And maybe I'm counting the hats to show how many I have in my collection. So I'm counting to find out how many. And then down here, how many boxes? 1 for each hat. So it should be 1, 2, 3. All right, good work. I think you're ready to practice on your own. So have your big person get out page number 12 from your white binder for you, and you are going to be doing something that looks just like this. All right, and then take a picture, submit it on Dojo under